I want, and I'm going to change that. Is that you? If that's you, I am so glad you are listening to us today, because this is all about you. This is about what you and I understand about the world, and I know you do. If you're open to what I'm saying right now, I know why you are. The amount of suffering, the amount of deprivation, the lack of commitment to follow through in certain parts of the world compared to others is an extremely unsettling idea for you every time you see it on the news. I know how you feel. I feel the same way. We were raised with this dichotomy. We are not accepting of it. We never have been. But many, many times when people like you and me would look for a program like this one, we wouldn't have found it as easily accessible as this is today. The website is abroaderview.org. abroaderview.org. If you want to check out this nonprofit charity, I encourage you to read what it's about, what it does. And let me make it clear. They serve 22 countries around the world with over 195 social and conservation programs. Social programs, health, sanitation in villages, where little ones run by and need the basic sanitation needs that you and I take for granted in our city, our state, our district, wherever we live. You know, we're not facing, oh my God, where is there clean sanitation? You and I are facing, wow, it's right here. Oh, wow, it's right underfoot. Oh, wow, it's right where we have it everywhere we go. We take it for granted. The rest of the world, 22 countries to be specific, who benefit from the volunteers of abroaderview.org know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not expecting people to hear me in the third world today and go, this is so great. Ed's talking about getting us help. Guess what? The word is going to be passed down, not because they're listening to the show, although maybe some of the volunteers are going to have it on their computer. They may have it on their radio. I'm gonna bet it goes like this. You are going to act today. You are going to stand up and be counted today. You are going to donate. You are going to volunteer. You are going to email the word volunteers at abroaderview.org. You're going to call the number 866-423-3258. I'll do that again, toll free. 866-423-3258. You're going to go to the website, abroaderview.org. You're going to look at these frequently asked questions, because I love that. I mean, I read all the websites. The websites are my favorite. But frequently asked questions are designed for, hey, this is what people always ask. This is what's important to other people. And this is what's important for us, to let you know about how big a help you're going to be, how much of an impact you're going to have. And this is the success. This is the challenge. This is what we're doing. I love it. I am inspired by these people of all ages that volunteer. Yes, many young, many adult, many people with a wide experience in life. Volunteer in a program like this. Go to one of these 22 countries around the world. Immerse themselves in the social and conservation programs. Clean drinking water, public sanitation, the processing of waste, the clean delivery and preparation of food, diversifying local agriculture, raising what people's nutrition demands, making this work village by village is an exciting, it's an inspiring experience, whether you are the donor and you're sitting there going, I am going to give these people what they need. I am going to support their efforts, because I tell you the truth, I would like to be in that other country, but I can't go. I can't volunteer, but I can donate. I can support them. I can make sure they have what they need, because they're there to help these people. And the people waiting for the help, the little children, the villages, the mothers, the grandmothers that you see on the website, go to the website, see it, you'll look into their eyes, look at the photograph there, see them, feel them as people, and then make your decision. Decide and take action. Your action is calling 866-423-3258. Your action is emailing volunteers at abroaderview.org. Your action is donating whatever you can. No such thing as a donation being too small. I tried to make this point earlier. People go, geez, look at what you're up against, Ed. 22 countries, 195 programs. My God, how could I contribute something that would, you know something? The $5, the $20, the $50, the $99, the $62, the $58, whatever you came up with, your $500 check donation, can I say to you, all move us forward and immediately inspire and help the people who are standing waiting for the help. Go to the website abroaderview.org. The website is abroaderview.org. You can call directly 866, toll free, 866-423-3258. You can email volunteers@abroaderview.org. But one thing that I don't want you to do, don't walk away from the people who are out in the field across the world, 22 countries strong, offering social and conservation support to communities without zip codes. Do you get me now? They're not going to be on the news tonight. We're not going to get Brian Williams or NBC or Diane Sawyer. Nobody's going there except our volunteers. Now, you and I can say, thanks, volunteers, I'm too busy to get involved. And you and I would not feel good about that. We might be able to get the words out, but we're going to feel horrible. We're going to feel much better if we say, you know something, I'm going to support those people. I'm going to support those villages. I'm going to help put some inspirational vigor back into a little one who's been having difficulty having a hot lunch, a hot meal all week. Oftentimes, hot meals in this dire circumstance have to happen in the daytime because there is no ability to prepare a hot meal in the dark, and there is not electric light or much of a resource. So the daytime is so critical. From the time the sun comes up, food gathering, sanitation. I keep using the word sanitation because I don't want to get any more specific, but I think you know what I mean. In America, from the earliest age, you get potty trained, and then you're off to the potty on your own, and you never look back in America. A little American boy, little American girls grown up in some of the toughest households in America. Some of the toughest big cities are suburban. Most of our listeners are in the suburbs, but you know how it is in the suburbs. There's always the less fortunate apartment complex, the less fortunate, single-family homes or mobile homes, and it's still sanitation and using the potty, and everybody has to go for mommy gets everything going, and daddy comes in and says, everybody go to the little boy and girls room. And now in the third world, this is a big crisis in household. Well, it's a half a mile away. We have to go in online. We have to go over to borrow somebody's facility. We have an arrangement with a neighbor quarter of a mile away. They go to work. They leave the key near the door. We go in, and they allow the children. I mean, you have no idea what people have to put up with. So you and I are not only extremely fortunate that we live a life that doesn't challenge us like that, but moreover, here's why we're really fortunate. Can I tell you why we're really, really fortunate today? Because abroaderview.org, a nonprofit charity, go to this website now if you haven't yet. If you're just joining me in the middle of all this, you're like, hey, I hear you. What's the website? Okay, if you got in late, it's abroaderview.org. Here's what I need you to do right now. Take a look at the people they're helping. Listen to what I'm saying to you and make a donation. And if certainly you are qualified to volunteer, volunteer. It's a nonprofit charity sending volunteers abroad to 22 countries with over 100, almost 200 social and conservation programs. I'm saying them slow, so it gets social. What is a social program in these 22 countries? Drinking water is a social program. Sanitation, taking a bath, taking a shower, education, getting food to the children in the morning before they go to school, transportation, getting them to school. What do the parents do during the day? Are there jobs? Are there jobs that help, or are there jobs that keep them away from the children all day, and you have to have some kind of social worker get the kids, pick them up and bring them to mom because mom is working at a job. Now we're starting to see the day in and day out difficulties of these people is what abroaderview.org and and these precious volunteers of abroaderview.org. None of the donations, none of this would even matter if the volunteers wouldn't be able and thrilled and on fire with enthusiasm to go there. The volunteers are an amazing group of people. When you look them in the eyes, again, go to the website and see the photograph. See the photograph. This volunteer holding. She looks like she's not more than 20, 25 years old. The volunteer, and she's holding the babies, and she's got the little ones in front, and she's got mom, and she's got grandma. Excuse me. It's all gals in this photograph, so you'll know the photograph I'm talking about. Our volunteers, the one with the ponytail and the blue T-shirt, and then look at the joy. Look at the reignited hope in the eyes of the people being helped. Multiply that by 22 countries and 195 programs to increase the quality of life incrementally, literally in small increments, but pushing and moving it forward. I can't imagine you not having every desire right now to be a part of this in any way you can. So visit the website, abroaderview.org. See it all for yourself. Become a volunteer, because you would be, if you're thinking about being a volunteer, then you would be an awesome volunteer, because that's how it works. It sounds good to you because it is good, and it sounds like it's up your alley because it's right there in your skill set. The skill set of caring, the skill set of hard work. Are those in your tool bag? You are perfect to be a volunteer. And for those of us who are not going to be able to volunteer, we can donate. 866-423-3258. Your donation gives immeasurable support. In 22 countries with almost 200 programs, the